Welcome, everybody, to this week's special guest episode of Ro-JoSports. Alongside of Joe, I'm Rob, and our special guest today is Hutch Crociata of the Columbus Capital University Division III baseball program. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How are you guys?
We're hanging in there.
Yeah, we're hanging in there. Just to bring anybody up to speed who's watching this, Hutch is a collegiate baseball player, sports marketer, and content creator from Mason, Ohio. Went to William Mason High School. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if anybody watched the hype video coming into this, you would have saw the and heard the beautiful sound. There's no better sound in the world than a home run off of a solid bat. Okay. And I could tell from the video, I believe it was a high school video because I think you were wearing the Mason uniform. And you must have hit a bomb in that one. But I don't know if it was a no doubter because you were kind of trotting to first base and then you kind of got halfway to second, yeah, and then you started to jump, and then I think you went to third base, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did like a bow and arrow shot at your fans, crossing third base and all that stuff, and then seemingly you guys have a home run ritual or tradition where you guys get there and then do a big high five
Ooh.
forearm thing, yeah, because it seemed like all the fans were in on it and everything, so.
hmm
But those are just that is just one of many awesome highlights that you shared with me and that were put together for the podcast here today. So take us through that home run that you hit. Was that like a big game? Was that against a rival? Was that why you were so hyped? What
So
went
yes,
into that?
it was the biggest game of the year up till that point, and it was like a team that we're competing with for the conference. So that game, we had played our whole entire like conference schedule already, and that game we were tied for first place with Lakota West, and the winner of that game was going to win the conference basically. So it was the bottom of the third inning. It was 0-0 ball game. We knew it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and I had never hit a home run in my life up until that point. Like not even on 200-foot fences, not even in little league. And people say like act like you've been there before. I've never been there before, so like that's why you saw me like I hit it and I was like, man, that could go because I started getting a hold of some in batting practice like a couple weeks before that, and I was like, man, that could go. But then I was like, Coach Bly's gonna kill me if it doesn't go, so I'm gonna start running here until I saw it go over the fence, and then once it went over the fence, I just blacked out and like I don't even remember what I was doing. I was jumping around, pumping the fist, shooting bow and arrows at the crowd, like, and that was like the one game like that. We had a big student section come to, like, and it was pouring down rain. I'm surprised they actually came, but they were over there, like some kids that like I grew up playing baseball with, like, were over in the student section, and then they were like over there. I was fired up to see them round third, shooting bow and arrows at them, like it was awesome. And people say act like you've been there before, and I
You never
clearly
have,
have
yeah.
not been there before. And I was hyped just to put a run on the board, in that type of game. We ended up winning 2-1, so that one run actually mattered a lot. So
Yeah, they all do in
Yeah,
baseball.
hmm
they sure
They all
do.
do.
There's no better feeling. Like I'm sure when you hit it, it felt like nothing.
yeah, I
Like
didn't even feel
it just felt. It was just like, oh, it was just like a practice swing, and then just.
pretty
Those are
much.
always the best.
hmm
So off of that, what's your since you're a hitter, what's your favorite count to hit in?
Oh, I don't know, honestly. Like favorite count, like most like exciting count to hit in is probably 3-2. Like I feel like I get a lot of like juice and like just excited like for the 3-2 pitch.
Mhm.
But I gotta go with like maybe a 1-0 or 2-0 count because you're ahead in the count, but it's not like 3-0 because if you swing 3-0 and you miss or like you do something bad, like pop it up, like you're probably getting yelled at or something.
Yeah.
So, and that's also happened to me before too.
Yeah, happens to all of us. I believe,
Yeah,
because it's like a juicy like because you know one's got to be coming,
yeah,
and then it doesn't, and then you swing and
yeah.
miss, and then it's like, oh, I look so stupid.
Yeah, we were up like 19-4 in a playoff game, and I was in a 3-0 count. And I don't know why, but I decided to swing, and I popped up to the shortstop. And after that, my coach comes up to me and he's like, what are you doing? You're just trying to get yours out there? He's like, you're on the bench. Like he benched me in like the last inning when we were up 14 runs for doing that. It was the only time I've ever been benched in my high school career.
Jeez. Well, for those who aren't aware, and Joe and I were talking off camera about this, William Mason High School is a Division I school in the state of Ohio. That is the best of the best. You know, those are the big schools, Cincinnati schools, the Columbus schools, and the competition is far more. I don't want to say better, but it's just all around. It's tougher. It's a tougher division to be in, for sure. Now the team that you ended up beating 2-1 in that conference championship,
Yeah,
um,
like
was is that the best team that you went up against, or who would you say through high school was your rival or hardest opponent?
so that team that I hit the home run against ended up going to state that year. But the best team that I've ever played against was probably 2024 when my junior year we played against Moeller. They had they had Zion Theophilus, who pitches at LSU now. They had Kellen Klosterman, who pitches at Notre Dame now. They had Matt Ponitowski, who's going to Kentucky next year to play quarterback and play baseball, be a shortstop. And they had the current Xavier shortstop, I forget his name, Carter Christensen. And they had another Ohio State arm that never really pitched that year, at least. And they just had a lot of dudes, like dudes on dudes. And we had a lot of good players too, but we were definitely like we had some dogs and they had some dogs, and it was a fight to the end. Like we went 10 innings at Prasco Park. There was like 5,000 people there in the regular season. One of the most talented high school baseball games that I think has been in the state of Ohio, like in a while. And there were like 5,000, 6,000 people there. Like we had our guy Jake Hanley throwing, they had their guy throwing. So that was probably the best team we went up against.
Wow. 5,000 people at a high school baseball game. That's
Regular
crazy.
season game.
Yeah, like because usually it's like, man, we got 100 people at this game. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. 5,000,
Yeah.
man. That's woo.
Yeah,
So we
different
went
league,
10
Joe.
innings with them. We went 10 innings with them in the regular season and then played them again in the playoffs. They beat us in the regular season, and we beat them in the playoffs to go to state. So that was incredible.
They won the
Nice.
battle, but you guys won the war. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
So,
All right.
go ahead, Joe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Well, I'm gonna ask the most important question that we ask everyone when they come on the show. Um, what's your favorite Gatorade flavor?
Mm. Lemon lime.
Lemon lime. All right,
Lemon
that's what I'm
lime.
That's
talking
the most
about.
popular.
But if you
That's the
want to go
most.
with like an underground Gatorade flavor, Arctic Blitz. It's like neon blue. They you can never find it anywhere, so that's why I said lemon lime. But
Yeah, I agree with you. Lemon lime is the king. It hits the best when it's really hot out and you take a swig and it's ice cold. Woo, man, it's the best thing ever.
oh yeah,
He makes fun of me all the time because I'm a green apple guy, but you know,
Yeah.
it's really bad. Some people either hate it or love it.
yeah, for
They're
sure.
kind of mixed.
So, hey, Hutch, one of the biggest things that we try to do on this show is one of our missions is to get as many high schoolers on here as possible and get them to listen to guys like yourself, get them to listen to NFL players such as Delonte Hood, who we're going to have on here later, to talk about how, you know, even in the smaller areas like ours, you still have a shot. You still have a chance. You just got to put yourself out there. So we get them on here to give them the opportunity to come on for interviews, share it with college recruiters and things like that. But a lot of high school players today seem to have a mindset of D1 or bust. What would you say to those athletes, and why should they keep an open mind about the different levels of college baseball
So
or sports in general.
I mean, growing up, I kind of thought a little similar, like D1 or bust, because like I never really paid attention to like D3 sports, D2 sports, or anything like that. Like I didn't even know what Capital University was until they started recruiting me. And I think one of the biggest things that like kind of hit for me, like once I went to Capital, was like you're doing the same things that anyone's doing at a Division 1 school. Like we play baseball, we go on the field, we play on turf fields. Like we went on a week long trip to Florida. We played at the Dodgers spring training complex. Like the only difference is the logo you're wearing on your jersey. Like we're all still playing the game we've played since we were kids. We're all getting an education while doing it. We're all like going through the same things. Like no matter what level of like competition I guess you're playing at, like there's still dudes in D3 throwing 94. Like we still gotta play the same game, play against the same like similar level of like competition, similar level of skills. Just because like got guys throwing 97 every single day doesn't mean that it's not like fun. It's not legit. Like there's some dudes in D3, and I would say you could go somewhere where you can play, and we're all doing the same thing. It's just the logo on your chest is a little different. So
Okay.
As they say, you put your pants on the same way they do. So,
exactly.
Yeah, it's just
um,
so many kids around here. Again, like I said, so many kids around here think with that mentality, and that's our biggest mission here is to get these kids to see that hey, you can make it. It doesn't matter if you're from the Martins Ferry area or the Marietta area, which I did see a video of yours ranking your top, I think it was top 10 baseball fields that you have played at playing in
Hmm.
college baseball, and Division 3 you had Marietta College baseball field on there as I think was a
Hmm.
top 5. And
Yeah.
I never played on it. Obviously, I'm a little older than you, but that being said, it is a beautiful ballpark
Hmm.
for sure.
It
For
is.
sure.
There's a lot of beautiful fields in D3. So are you guys from like the Marietta area, or like where are you
I
guys?
am. I am.
Where are you
I'm in
from?
Marietta
Okay.
right now. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
I'm from Martins Ferry. Well, Martins Ferry. I live in St. Clairsville, so right
Okay.
across
I got
from
a
Wheeling. Yep.
okay, Wheeling. Nice. I got a buddy that's going to Marietta. He'd probably like to hop on here if you guys are interested in that.
Yeah, for
Oh yeah.
sure.
Marietta baseball, incoming freshman.
So one of
So
the main people on the campus at Marietta College is Krista Colby. His dad is Kent Colby. Do you know who that is?
I do not.
Man, we
I'm
need to have
sorry.
a talk. We need to have a talk off stream. Kent Colby might be well, Paul Skeens is there now, so I think it's a little different. But before Paul Skeens was and has always been the greatest Pirates pitcher in
Okay.
the history of Pittsburgh Pirate baseball.
Really.
And he
I guess
still
I don't
goes
know
on.
ball.
Well, you'd have to think pretty far back to like the Willie Stargell days, and
Mm.
you're 20, 21, 20 years old, so you of course you wouldn't know. But so I'm not holding that against you. But his son used to be the coach of the baseball team, and now he's like one of the head administrators or something at
Okay.
the college. But I was talking to him and asking him if his dad would ever come on the show or whatever. He said, "Yeah, probably. Let's get a hold of him." And I'm like, "Ain't no way he's gonna take the time to go." But yeah, just small world, small
Yeah.
world for sure. Joe?
You know what? Piggybacking off of that, kind of thing. Who's your favorite MLB team?
Detroit Tigers.
Detroit Tigers.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right.
That's
They've been
My
cool.
struggling
dad
a little
grew up
bit
in
this year.
Detroit. Yeah, they are. But yeah.
I'm a Guardians fan myself, so
Oh, so I don't like you
uh,
very much then.
yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I feel bad, man. Scooball's in the same situation as Paul Skeens is. He's in a dying organization and not gonna blossom until he gets the hell out. It's
I mean, the
unfortunate.
Tigers did make the what's it called? The divisional round last year and almost
Mhm.
won. They took it to 5 games. So I don't think the Tigers are dying as much as the Pirates are, but
Well, Pirates have been on a dying slope since 2015, and before that, they didn't have a winning season for 20 years. They didn't want to associate the number 21 with losing, and I hope that you understand why with that with the
Yeah.
Roberto Clemente. Yeah, okay, good, good.
Yeah.
Joe?
All right. So since you're a Tigers fan, who's your favorite player?
Ooh. I gotta go with all-time Miggy, of course. Right now, though, Kerry Carpenter.
Kerry Carpenter. Okay, good player.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe
All,
Scooble, but I think his pitch count limit is too selfish.
Oh, shots fired
hot
right
take.
there. Oh, I
Hot
love that.
take. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll use that one for next week for
Yeah.
sure. I like it.
Yes,
I like it.
sir.
Let's see. What advice would you give a player who feels like they're being overlooked in recruiting?
I would say you can't control who's looking at you, but whoever is looking at you, you can do your best to build a relationship with them and appreciate them for taking a shot on you. Like, I was very appreciative for Capital taking a shot on me. Like, yes, I was a little bit like disappointed that like whatever, like they were like one of the only schools to like reach out or whatever. Like no diss on Capital. Like obviously every kid wants to go to like some big school. But I would say appreciate the school that reaches out to you and make the most of the situations that you have and the opportunities that you do get because you can't control the ones that you get. All you can do is make the most of the ones that you have.
Well, piggybacking off of that question, what do coaches at the next level actually care about the high school athletes may overlook? Do everybody thinks, oh man, I hit 40 home runs this season, or I had 17 diving catches and things like that. What is something else that might be overlooked?
So a lot of people like at the high school level and younger stress about batting average and that like your high school batting average and your like even younger batting average does not like matter. Like your stats really don't matter. Like they matter to a certain degree. And if you face good pitching in high school, they matter. But I would say like once you get to college, it's a blank slate. And like I would honestly focus on just like your tools and your like mental aspect of the game of like how consistently you can hit a line drive out the middle or like how like what your on base percentage is over like stressing about your high school batting average because it really doesn't matter because once you get to college you're facing grown men and no like coach really knows like what type of competition you're playing like when you're younger so like percentage based stats like I would say are something that like don't matter as much as you might think.
I think field percentage stats would probably matter even more than batting average. I mean, clearly
Mm.
you're a right fielder. I saw that diving catch that you made, and then had the mental capacity enough and the baseball knowledge to get up as fast as you could and rifle at the first base to try and get a double play that way. Which
Mhm.
kudos to you. That was a hell of a play. But
Thank you.
yeah, for sure. But I think the field percentage and making sure you're not making dummy errors and things
Mhm.
like that could go a long way too. Especially if they're watching you. You don't want to.
Mhm.
A bad hop's one thing, but if you're playing like O'Neill Cruz in center field and you're
Oh my
just watching,
gosh. It's
you
painful to
know,
watch as an outfielder. Man,
I had to say, buy a pair of sunglasses, dude.
Yeah.
seriously.
Uh,
I
there's
mean, the
nothing
sun
better.
is real out there, but if you are in the MLB and you can't catch a sunball,
I I've seen when that first game when he was like
uh-huh.
this and the ball
I
just
watched
went.
that live.
It was like a comedy show. It just
Well, and then
like
he had an error right after that.
yep.
He gave away 4 runs himself.
Yeah, crazy
Uh,
man.
Horrible.
Skeens didn't look too happy about that. That's
Mm-mm.
for sure.
No, they're trying to build a
Yeah.
program there around him, and
It's all right.
go ahead.
Uh, so what's because baseball players are superstitious. I'm trying to think about how I wanted to word this. Do you have like any like personal thing that you do to like say you're in a slump and you try to get yourself out of it? Like, do you guys have like something like that or because I know the
Um,
world famous story of Jason Giambi for the Yankees. They had the golden thong. If you wore the golden
Yeah.
thong, you would get out of the slump. So I'm not sure if you guys have something like that or something interesting.
So one, I try to like not think that a slump is real. Like I don't like calling it a slump. Like that's how Pete Rose said you don't call it a slump, you call it a lull. Because I believe that if you are consistently you're the type of hitter that you are, everything will shake out, and it's just a numbers game. Like when you get more at bats, like it'll all even out to like where you should be. But one thing that I do superstitiously is before every game day, I go to McDonald's and get what I call is the breakfast of champions, and it is 2 bacon, egg, and cheese bagels and a large mocha frappe. And it makes my stomach feel terrible, but I have to.
Yep.
Man,
I love that. It's great. Breakfast of Champions. I'm gonna have to try that out. I'm gonna try that
Yeah.
tomorrow before work.
Yeah.
before work,
Yeah.
before going into the sports betting, you really have
Yeah.
to
Well,
take one for the team.
yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Hutch, if you could face any pitcher in baseball history in his prime, who would it be?
Do I get one at bat or how many at bats do I get?
Game's worth. So 3 at bats.
Okay. Low key, Aroldis Chapman.
I like it.
Interesting.
I like it. Just trying to catch up to that fastball.
Yeah, he's got 2 pitches, and he's gonna look at me and be like, "Man, I get the fastball by this guy. I'll just be ready for it."
Now going off of that, go ahead, Joe.
All you gotta do is throw the bat out there, and the
True.
ball will do the rest because it's going 100.
Yeah.
So you just throw it out there, boom, gone. See you later.
Rajay Davis did that.
Yep, he did.
Yeah. So did Altuve, which that's a whole other.
Well, we don't have a trash can back there.
Yeah, banging on trash cans. Going off of a historical pitcher that you would like to face. Let's say you had to get into the box right now. First, what's your walk-up song? And then second, if you had to face Paul Skeens 100 times. Sorry. And Joe's MIA, but we'll continue here. If you had to face Paul Skeens 100 times, 100 pitches, how many hits you getting?
10.
10?
10.
What if he wasn't limited to just fastballs? What if he could throw all of his
Oh,
stuff?
he's limited to fastballs in the first question?
No, I'm just saying, like, if he was allowed to throw junk, would that change your outlook?
Honestly, well, I didn't know the first question was he's only throwing fastballs.
No, that was just hypothetical. If he's only throwing fastballs, obviously you could probably get more than 10, probably 20 to 25 because you have timing, but if he's able to throw 12 to 6 curveballs and, his sliders and all those other things.
I still think that I could compete with any pitcher. Like I got that confidence myself. I think I could get at least 10 hits off of Paul Skeens if I had 100 at bats or 100 pitches.
Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me?
We can. Yeah. Can't see you, but we can hear you.
Oh, you can't see me either. Oh, that's great.
You're the John Cena of podcasters here, buddy. Joe, you weren't here when he said it, but if he were to face Paul Skeens 100 pitches, regardless of if he would have to throw all fastballs, he would hit around 20 off of him. But if Skeens could throw only fastballs, he would hit 20 some. But able to throw whatever he wants, he'd be in the around 10.
Hey, it's better than what I'd be. That's for damn sure. I'd be looking at a foul tip.
What would your walk-up song be?
So my walk-up song this year was "Touch the Sky" by Kanye West.
Okay, I like it.
Right from the beginning.
Joe?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm trying to fix it. My camera says it's working on my end. I don't know what's going on.
You're good.
Are
You're
we good?
You're not.
Okay.
I can't see you, but you're good. We can hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. My beautiful face must have destroyed the camera or something. I don't know what's going on. So, bases loaded. Bottom of the ninth inning. Who is the one pitcher you would not want to see come out of the bullpen to come face you?
Probably Ben Hanley.
Ben Hanley.
He's a kid I played with. I've done terrible in my career off of him. He's going to Kent State. He's probably going to get drafted this year.
Oh, Kent State.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, he just graduated high school and he's probably going to get drafted, but he's committed to Kent State.
Kent State, they're pretty good baseball program in the MAC. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. But MLB wise, Tarek Skubal, I would not want to face him.
Oh, okay.
Now, who's a player that you have tried to model your game after? Like, has there been a idol? You know, some kids your age might say Aaron Judge, or back when I was a kid, it was Ken Griffey Jr. or Barry Bonds without steroids, or different things like that. So, who would you say is a player you tried to mold your game after, other than yourself?
I would say Bryce Harper, probably,
Okay.
or Kerry Carpenter. But defensively, Austin Jackson. If you guys remember him.
Oh, I remember Austin Jackson. He was good. Detroit center fielder.
Yep.
Gave me nightmares as a Cleveland player. Cleveland,
yeah,
Cleveland
and did he play for Cleveland for a while?
Yeah, he did. He was there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Yeah. I remember. Who's the other guy you guys had? Is it the Curtis Craniston played there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's another one.
That was when I was like 4 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I must be showing my age there.
easy, Hutch. I'm just kidding. Joe, did you have any more questions to throw at him?
I got one more. It's another one of the.
I do too. So you go ahead
the
first.
questions that I always ask. I didn't ask it earlier, but I'm gonna ask it now. What's your favorite wing flavor?
Ooh, that's a good question. From Wingstop, probably Louisiana rub for like the first 2 wings, and then after that, you just get so thirsty.
Oh yeah, probably a lot really salty. I imagine.
And then I got to go with B-dubs, like mild. I would say probably my favorite, like overall enjoyment wing.
And here's the follow-up question: ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch all day.
Oh man, see.
I'm with you, Hutch. Blue cheese is disgusting.
It's the best.
Blue cheese is horrible.
It's the goat.
So I have 2 more questions for you. Okay. First, 5 years from now, what do you want people to be saying about Hutch Crociata, both as a baseball player and as a person, at the end of the day?
5 years from now, I want people to say that Hutch Crociata positively impacted their life, like former teammates or whatever. I want everyone to know that I gave my all to be everyone's friend and help them out as much as I could. I want to be known as like a great teammate, great friend, and baseball wise, I want to be as helpful as I can, like online, like continuing to make the videos that I make. Like I want those to take off. I want to be known like online a little bit more than I am now, and overall, just a helpful person and a funny person to watch their videos, I guess. So it's probably what I would say.
That's awesome. Yeah, making an impact. That's what it's all about, isn't it? For sure. Especially whenever you're a college baseball player or high school baseball player, you got little kids looking up to you. I remember being that little kid looking up to my big brothers and and all of his buddies who were really good baseball players and just wanting to be around it and stuff. So you got eyes watching you at all times. So sounds like you're always making the right decisions, even if it is you shooting bow and arrows to your buddies. Being baseball Cupid. You're still out there. Kicking ass and doing what you need to do. So, I don't know you very well, but I'm proud of you for that. And always keep that, as your trend. and keep
I
going
appreciate that.
going forth in that. Now, that being said, is there anything in this interview that you did not get to share that you would like for anybody to know about you that maybe you weren't asked or anything like that you'd like to take a minute to discuss?
I mean, thinking a little bit more about your question that you just asked me, some kid commented on one of my like recent like edits that I posted. They commented Mason baseball legend, and that made me feel really good inside because knowing like the place I came from, like I didn't even play freshman ball. I didn't start on the JV team, and to have a kid comment Mason baseball legend, like if you told me that like 3 years ago, I'd be like, what? Like I got on the field at Mason.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
hey, I
like,
mean, Michael Jordan was cut from basketball in the high school.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just want to be known as someone that like is living proof that maybe you're not growing up as the most talented kid. Maybe you don't have the tools or the height yet. Like I want to be living proof that it doesn't matter where you start. It doesn't matter what cards you're dealt. It's about what you do with those cards.
Mm-hmm.
And like I want to be living proof that you can defy the odds and you can be better than people say that you were going to be. One of my favorite quotes is every hand's a winner and every hand's a loser in Song the Gambler by Kenny
Yeah,
Rogers.
Kenny Rogers, my favorite singer, my favorite artist of all time, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
That's
actually got to
cool.
be on stage with him
What?
once. Yeah, it was a funny
That's awesome.
story. I was, I had just graduated high school, and he was always my idol growing up. And I found out that he was going to be playing at West Banco Arena here in Wheeling, West Virginia. And I worked at McDonald's at the time, and I didn't know he was playing at all until somebody told me about it, and I very quickly called off work and told him I was sick, and I went to the concert, and it was a Christmas concert, or whatever, and he was like, anybody want to be a part of this or whatever for the 12 days of Christmas or something. So me, super excited, he's my idol. I get on my chair and I'm waving my hand like crazy or whatever,
Hmm.
and he calls me up, and then after we got done doing all that, I went back to my seat. I thought, well, damn, I hope this wasn't televised because I just told work I was sick so I can come to this thing. But, but yeah, just funny Kenny Rogers story. It's funny you would bring him up.
Yeah.
He's fantastic, a
Hmm.
pioneer for
He is.
country music. And I listened to when you sent me the highlight reel that you made for yourself, and you had some country music playing. So I figured you
Yeah.
probably knew who he was. So good.
Mhm.
I like it. Play
Yeah.
with the
Favorite
cards
quote of
you're
all
dealt.
time. Every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser. It's what you do with the cards that makes you who you are.
That's
That's right.
great words to live by right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Awesome, man. Well, definitely keep us in the loop. Share anything, when it comes to your baseball highlights. We'll be more than happy to share them from our end as well, and help you get any kind of exposure that you want or anything like that. Any way that we can help, feel free to use this interview as a tool for yourself. If you ever need it, it's there. You can download it, do whatever you need to do with it. But super excited that you were able to come onto the show with us. We're looking forward to this for a couple days now, and to say the least. So thank you again so much, Joe. Did you have anything else?
No. Well, I mean, I was gonna say you have to be the Mason baseball legend when you hit a home run in the conference champ game like that and you win 2-1. You have to be a legend after that.
I mean, I guess
For
there's a
sure.
lot of way better players that came out of bases than me, though. They're more legendary than I am. So that's why I was so
Oh,
shocked. But
maybe so, but just I know we said we were going, but think about Bill Mazeroski. I don't know if you know who he is or not. Okay, but Bill Mazeroski, a real good friend of my grandpa's, actually, Pittsburgh Pirate baseball legend. Okay, hit a walk, still the only one. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but still the only Game 7 World Series walk-off homer to win the World Series
Yep,
was by Bill Mazeroski in 1960 against the New York Yankees at Forbes Field. in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And there's a statue of him right outside of the stadium at PNC Park. Nicest stadium in Major League Baseball. Don't come after me. It's the nicest stadium in Major League Baseball. It's not even close. But Joe, was Bill Mazeroski the greatest Pittsburgh Pirate baseball player ever?
No.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But that moment that he had when he was rounding the bases, he said, "My feet did not touch the ground when I was rounding the bases." And you could see a video. It was like you with hitting your first ever homer. Okay, and you're jumping and you're doing all the things and you're playing Cupid baseball, and shooting arrows at people. He was jumping for joy like crazy, and that is his statue of him jumping and celebrating that home run. So take that for what it's worth. I'll send the video to you when we get off of here, and use that video and use that as motivation. You don't have to be the greatest baseball player or greatest athlete of any team that you're ever on to make an impact on somebody who's watching you. And take that information through life and all of the things, man, and own it. And
that's an awesome story. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Pittsburgh baseball legend. Like, he just passed away this past winter. He just passed away, age of 81, 82, and he's from where I'm from. He's from Tiltonsville, Ohio. Played baseball at Buckeye. At that time, it was Warren Consolidated down in Tiltonsville, Ohio. But and the baseball field that I played on at Buckeye Local High School was named Bill Mazeroski Field, and the golf course, Bill Mazeroski Golf Course. Now it's Fairway, which is travesty. But Bill Mazeroski Park in Rayland, Ohio. He made an impact on a community, and like 3 or 4 different towns were known as Bill Mazeroski's area. So whoever's telling you that you're a Mason baseball legend, listen to him, because you are. That big homer that you hit for the first and only time made an impact on somebody. So don't ever discount something like that.
Got you. It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. But anyways, make sure that you tune in to our show going forward. Share it out, all the things. Maybe we'll have you on here again next year, see how you're doing baseball you're going into, I believe, your sophomore year next year. So we'll have you on here preseason, see what your expectation is for the season and all these things, and I have you on here at the end of the season to touch base and see if you met your expectations and your goals.
Sounds good. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is awesome.
Of course, man. But anyway, I'm Rob. This is
Joe.
This has been Hutch. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we'll talk to you later, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. See ya.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.